we take a look back into the past of Australian aviation. It's the Ansett Airlines Airbus A320. Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Review. Today we will be taking a closer look at the Ansett Australia Airbus A320 from Herpa wings in the 1 to 500 scale. On the front of the box we have a picture of the aircraft as well as the Ansett Australia and Herpa wings branding. Moving on to the back side of the box, we have the same picture as on the front of the box as well as some dimensions of the aircraft. We don't have much information about the aircraft itself, and there is a lot of blank spaces on the back of the box, which would have been nice to see if there was less blank spaces as well as some information about the aircraft. So here she is, the Airbus A320 from Ansett Australia. But before we take a closer look at this aircraft, let's take a look at what this aircraft did for the now defunct Ansett Australia. This aircraft with the registration code Victor Hotel Hotel Yankee Echo was delivered to Ansett Australia in January 1989, where it stayed with the airline until October 2002, where it got transferred to the Singapore Aircraft Leasing Enterprise, where then it went to two different airlines, being Air Memphis and Aero Turbine, before being broken up in Phoenix in 2008, making it just over 19 years old when it went for scrapping. A bit of information about the airline. The airline was founded in 1936 and then it went into bankruptcy in 2002. It was part of the alliance called the Star Alliance in the final years of its history from 1999 to 2001. The airline flew many different aircraft, including the A320, 737, 747, 767, as well as many short-haul regional aircraft like the Fokker 50. The airline had a total of 144 aircraft and flew to many destinations across the Pacific as well as the Asian areas, with a total of 88 destinations. But let's go to the review. On the tail fin of the aircraft we have the logo of Ansett Australia, which is very nice. Moving up the plane we have the rear doors, the rear cargo doors, as well as the registration code of the aircraft and the nation of origin, which is Australia. Moving up the plane we don't have much for the emergency exit for details, but on the front of the plane we have Ansett Australia written on the side very nicely indeed, as well as the front cargo doors and the L1 and L2 doors. Also next to the doors we have the Star Alliance logo, which is very good to see from Herpa wings. We also have the cockpit windows, which are printed on very nicely indeed. Moving on to the wings, as said before, it would have been nice if there was some detail for the emergency exit doors, but that can come later on. If you look out, you can see the wingtips, which have quite a lot of detail, which is very good to see. And if you look closely on top, you can see all the flaps, slaps and spoilers carved out very nicely indeed. Moving on to the underside of the wings, we have the full registration code of the aircraft as well as some more detailing. Now let's go to the engines. Ansett Australia, like the livery of the fuselage, have left them all white, and it is very good to see, and it matches the livery very good. And if you look inside the engines, you can see the engine firmwares. There is not much detail on the back part of the engines, which again would have been nice. Moving on to the landing gears, the rear landing gears could have again had a little bit of extra detail. Moving on to the front landing gear, this is where Herpa normally do pretty well, and I have to say they have done the same, but again with quite a lot of attention to the detail. Now let's head to the summary. Like always, we are judging the model of 4 key elements that I believe make a good model. The first being the box. The box of Ansett Australia that Herpa has designed is alright. I mean, it's not as good as some of the other boxes we have had, and it would have been nice if there was a little bit of extra detail on the back, which is why I give the box a 3 out of 5. Moving on to the detailing of the model, the detailing is pretty good in some aspects, like the Star Alliance logo printed on the side and the detailing on the wings of the plane. However, the rear landing gears could have been better, and there could have been some more minor improvements, which is why I give the detailing a 3 out of 5. Moving on to the realism of the model, and this is where we take a look at the real life aircraft. And looking at the real life aircraft, there isn't too much we can see that is different apart from the blue fading at the back of the plane, but which is why I give the realism a 3 out of 5. Moving on to the model or the mold. This is where we take a look at the mold, and the mold, if you can see next to the Jetstar Airbus A320, is pretty good, which is why I give the mold a 4 out of 5, which gives the total score for this Airbus A320 a 13 out of 20. If you liked this episode overview, make sure you hit the like button down below, and if you're new around here, why not you check out my other videos as well as subscribe. That is it, and that's HB Aviation signing out for now.